Hi, I'm KB with The Beat. How are you?
Very nice to meet you. Good, thank you.
Wonderful to meet you as
I love,
well.
I love your backdrop.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So I just want to start off by saying great job. I mean, like the action is unreal, but it
Oh,
also
thank
is really, really balanced with heart and comedy.
uh,
So Oh, you're welcome. So let's talk about the pilot a little bit. So, the pilot is very much centered on Sam and Bucky's individual journeys and really kind of seeing them live their lives kind of day to day and who they're closest to. So, how will we kind of see, that time with the key people in their lives inform their relationship when they're brought back together later on screen?
well, I think both of them are dragging history with them to some degree, right? It's post blip, so they both have been affected differently. And Sam was given the shield, and he said it doesn't feel like mine. So he is going to have to grapple. Oddly, they're sort of two sides of the same coin. Sam has to grapple with: do I want to pick up that shield? What is that shield? Is it is a black man carrying that shield something that I want to be? So it's definitely a combination of a racially motivated history that he is looking at, as well as a personal morals and ethics place of what is that for him as a person to pick up that what that represents. And for Bucky, he's dealing with the fact that he has this terrible legacy that he has to overcome or find out who he is. He's got the burden of a PTSD like existence where he's not sure of his own safety to himself and to others, alongside a desire to figure out how he fits in. So they both are grappling with sort of similar notions coming from very different places. But then on top of it, they have both lost a friend, and because these are not, Bucky and Sam are not particularly friends. They've experienced a lot together, and they've certainly experienced this friendship together of a common, their common friend. But they themselves don't really know each other terribly well, so they're kind of left adrift, and it's really very much about how these two find each other or not, and how they come to terms with the loss of their friend or not, and their discussion, their individual perspectives of what the shield means to pick it up, and what the shield means to the rest of the world, what it represents.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting because you're right. They actually don't know each other very well at all. It's one thing to kind of fight alongside someone during a major event, but that doesn't mean that kind of the inner workings of who they are or even the type of individual that they are. And so, Bucky has a lot of secrets, and Sam does too, but obviously they have kind of this shared trauma, that comes with dabbling in the superhero business. So just, kind of as a director working on this, what's something fresh that you really sought out to kind of pull out of each actor and these established characters, that you are really excited for the audiences to see?
Well, I'm very excited to have been part of a big journey, not only for Marvel to go into a 6-hour, episode, really, because it's like a 6-hour movie. That's how we approached it. But also to spend time with the characters. I think we are able to be more intimate with their lives, with their backgrounds, and get a real feel for them, and a feel for their struggles as people, in a way that you can't in a shorter form. So what's been great is, I call it a meal versus a snack. If the movies are a snack, then the series are a meal, and the meal is having the time to savor the characters and see the darkness and see the lightness, and you're kind of not on this constant motor of driving to the ending. You're actually able to wander around a little bit and get into a different rhythm. And so that is, I think, going to be a journey that the fans, I hope, embrace.
Yeah, I like that you said that you approached this as a feature, even though it is, 6 episodes, approaching it as a 6 hour, maybe a little bit less type feature, is something that's wildly interesting to me also because you came out swinging in the pilot, literally from the first moment with like some of the best action scenes, on TV and in the MCU. So can you talk a little bit about just kind of the technicalities and maybe professional challenges that really kind of come along with doing such a big budget production?
Well, obviously the bar is very high. So I think from the get-go, we said we're not making, if there, I don't make a really big differentiation between television and features and big screen. For me, it's kind of, it's all the same experience in terms of audience engagement. Is it the same experience in terms of, being with the characters and being sort of experiential? No, it's different. But we have learned, and partly through the pandemic, but I think partly over time, we've learned the bar has, slowly gone to a place where we expect television, which is just another portal, another screen, whether it be phone or iPad. We expect television to deliver at the same level that our expectations of a movie are really not that different. Or I think the audience thinks that way. So I've sort of embraced that idea, saying, well, the bar is just way up here, so we just have to serve that bar no matter what it is. And I feel like we came at everything with that same expectation. So, I was very much working with the Marvel team, who make the movies, and also a lot of the team that our stunt coordinators and a bunch of our core team were of that Marvel world. So we sort of brought with us all the right elements that would all the ingredients that would make sort of a classic Marvel movie. And then, we threw the sauce on it and cooked it up. And oh my God, it worked out to really be some very, very exciting stuff. And working with the Marvel team is just really extraordinary. So we just never let up, and we just constantly plussed it and made it better and better and better. And I think it shows. And throughout the series, we have many action sequences, and each one of them has its own flavor and its own story, within a story. And I think I hope everyone's going to be pleasantly surprised.
Well, my final question really is, if you can maybe just tease, which was kind of your favorite episode to direct, and I'll just call it maybe segment in the film. And what's one scene that got cut from the pilot that you were really hoping would make it?
I don't think there's anything that got cut, that really got cut. Or if there was, they weren't. I don't have any little tragedies lying on the floor. So I have to say, everything that worked is in there. And if it didn't work, or if we took another swing at something, it was because we changed the narrative ever so slightly, or we discovered something about a character that we wanted to exploit, or so it was always from a very positive, empowered place. So I don't think there's any performance or bits and pieces lying around. What I can also say is every episode is its own. It's a big story, so it feels after you've seen all of them, it will feel like you've just watched a movie. Yet it's been cut up into sort of a rhythm of hours. And each one is different enough. I honestly don't have a favorite. They were all so challenging and lovely in each of their own little uniqueness that I couldn't possibly pick out a favorite over the other. They were all thrilling.
Well, I mean, it's a thrilling ride thus far. I cannot wait to see more episodes, and I really hope to see kind of more of your work in the future, whether it be with Marvel or beyond. But thank you so much for chatting with The Beat. I really appreciate it.